and now, by order of the Martian Provisional Government, it's Goblinhood time again. Co-starring my sidekick, the amazing suitcase dog. And guest starring our colleague, the cosmic Weevil doll. And they're just along for the ride tonight. The apocalyptic joyride. You know, this is going to be an interesting little piece because I forgot my notes, so I'm going to have to tell the story verbatim. But it's a simple story. This piece was inspired by the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And it's a familiar plot line in science fiction. Basically, we have an alien here observing us and waiting to pass judgment upon us. Back home, his people have instantaneous access to his orbiting ship, which is orbiting the Earth right now in the story. And it amounts to an orbiting death ray capable of wiping us all out if they decide that we might be hazardous to the health of the rest of the galaxy once we achieve space flight. The alien comes from an androgynous planet where they don't look at sex the same way that we do. The division between the sexes isn't quite as great. For instance, our alien likes to dress like this. But he also wears a tie around here just to blend in. Meanwhile, all of this is taking place in a dystopian future society where the world is governed by a world government which rules with an iron hand. All problems are dealt with in a draconian fashion, and anybody who doesn't like it and tries to protest soon becomes among the next set of victims. Let me give you an example of what they're like. This government has solved the AIDS crisis by rounding up everybody who's infected and anybody who they regard as being at risk, such as gay people, and herding them all into big convalescent camps where they all perish in miserable ways. Like the Nazis, this government justifies it by saying that they're protecting these poor victims from an outraged populace. The government also claims to be looking for a cure, whereas actually they created the disease in the first place to keep the population down and to stigmatize and victimize groups of people whom they did not like. As for our alien, he's here to pass judgment about us. He likes us. He thinks we're a nice species and everything. He's even very strongly attracted to some of us. But he's also afraid of us, and he feels sorry for us for letting ourselves be governed by a bunch of monsters. Worst of all, he's gone insane from trying to live amongst us. The alien's name, by the way, is Lingerie. And his people are called the Lingerie. And they all live on a planet called Lingerie. In fact, that's their word for a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, the alien finds out via telepathy that he's about to be rounded up by the thought police for wearing this kind of clothing and for being a suspicious character in general. So he breaks out his invisible transmitter to send a faster-than-light message back to his planet where they can relay what it will take to carry out his judgment. And he does this in the form of a little song, most of which is in his own language. It's called Lingerie. Lingerie, 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 lingerie. lingerie, lingerie, lingerie. In the night, my pretty lingerie, 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 lingerie. In the night, my sexy lingerie, 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 lingerie. In the night, lingerie, malicious lingerie, lingerie, lingerie. In the night, lingerie, repressive lingerie, sadistic lingerie, 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 lingerie. In the night, lingerie, and blow us all away. Lingerie, lingerie, lingerie. My children of the night. Lingerie, lingerie. Mes enfants de la nuit. Lingerie, lingerie. My children, children of the night. Lingerie. Everybody. Lingerie, 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 lingerie. Bravo, bravo, mes enfants de la nuit. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a snicker. And now that's it for Goblinhood and his little doll, too. Going to be Beoddy release, and I hope they're going to be setting up pretty soon here.